somebody,
hello, everybody.
somebody had it on their channel.
What? You said you got it, so.
So just because I'm anal, here we go. I'm sorry.
Now we can say howdy, everybody.
Hey, everyone. So, Amy, Sonja, Panda, Candy, Olga, and Michelle. It's good to see you all.
Hello, Michelle Mosaic and Olga. Why aren't you up here with us, sweetheart? And there is Jessie and Candy, Panda, Sonja. How are you, ladies? And Amy, Heidi, Julie. Thank y'all so much for joining us this evening. I hope you've had a very, very good week and an awesome Friday.
I'm trying to figure out why Olga is not like right here.
I don't know.
She belongs right here.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Or right there.
Yeah.
One of the places, yes.
It's good to see all of you. Panda, it's so good to see you.
Yes, Panda.
Am enjoying your gaming live streams, I just have to say.
Mm-hmm.
I love stuff.
Yep.
I do. I love them so much. So it's been a lot of fun hanging out with Panda. You're enjoying your Friday.
Went up to my mom's for the weekend. Oh, Heidi, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
I bet she truly enjoyed that.
You're welcome. I always used to watch my kids play video games. I have a video game system. I also play video games. But I love to sit back and listen to Panda while he plays. I'm just saying.
Well, after our great-grandson's graduation this morning, his mama still had to stay at work because she's a school teacher, and Daddy had the opportunity to check him out. Well, I played the great-grandma card, you know, and I said, well, don't you think great-grandparents trump daddies? And he says, well, sure, if he wants to come over with you, that's fine, because I'm just going to run errands. So he's been here all day afterwards, and I've been enjoying watching him watch some stuff on YouTube and telling me everything, you know. And just a little bit ago, he wanted to play a video game, and I was like, Grammy knows nothing about video games. I don't know how to set them up or nothing. So Papa AK had to set it up, and I'm like you. I enjoy watching, but it's not my cup of tea to do.
Hey, Lana. Hey, Sam. And you are not a chicken. You're a panda.
Oh, thank you, Penny.
Oh, bless you. Oh, my goodness. Hello, me.
Hello, me and Lana. How are y'all doing?
And Sam.
And Sam, how are you? And there's Tina. Thank you so much for joining us.
And Olga, you know your way up. It's up to you. Hello, me.
Oh,
I know it's you, Sammy. That's why I said hello, me. No, you didn't change your name yet.
No, that's okay. I like that. It's me.
Yeah. It's good to see you. So I have been working on my Aztec, and because I'm like in the middle of a row, it is in the living room. Hello, Jen.
Hello, Jen, sweetheart. Hey, Jen. How are you doing? Oh, a squirrel raid is coming. That's going to be awesome.
Well,
yes.
Well, you know, I'm going to date myself. I started playing Pong.
Pong?
The original game station. Yes.
Oh.
I played Pong.
Me too.
Yep. And then I went to Atari. Yep. And then I went to Nintendo.
We had an Atari, and I did love playing Pac-Man and the caterpillar thing, and then the little airplane that come up and you got to shoot stuff. But then when it started going to all this other stuff, I said, "Okay, I'm done."
Then we went to Xbox and PlayStation. So I have a PlayStation in this room. I just don't have it hooked up. Pong was like tennis. You had these things that went back and forth, and the ball would go back and forth. Yep. Pong.
Dungeons and Dragons, Michelle?
I have photos of the TV with Pong on it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That was a minute ago. That was quite a bit.
Yeah.
I love Atari because you had Frogger on Atari.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Hello, Nori. No, excuse me. She played Tetris on the original Game Boy. Oh my goodness.
I still do to this day have an original Game Boy, and when they changed the colors, I have a clear Game Boy, and they both work.
Oh wow.
Yes, I can't see the screens anymore.
Right.
But they both work. I have them. They're actually in my bedroom. They both work.
When the kids would turn on the Atari and they'd get tired of playing each other, whatever they're doing, they'd say, "Mom, come play Pac-Man with us." The only reason why they wanted me to join them in Pac-Man was because they liked the sounds I'd make. You know, you're sitting there going, no, wait, no, back up. Because I would talk like I could make the Pac-Man do what it needed to do. Yes. And they would just roll on the floor watching me because, you know, you get so tunnel vision in what you're doing that you kind of forget everything else going around you.
I have the PlayStation one too, the PS something, but I have the PlayStation one. Hello, Arrow Lover.
Hello, Arrow. How are you doing? Up. Here she comes.
Yeah, the PlayStation made a little handheld one, and I have that, and I still have games for that too, and it still works. So I'm crazy. There's Olga.
There's our baby girl.
So if you want any of the links to our channels, you can find those in the description box down below.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Noe said I had Billy Bob's Hunting and Fishing for the Game Boy Color. Woo!
Yes, I never had the Game Boy Color, but I did have the two before that.
Oh my goodness!
I think
I was very much
Game Boy.
I never had that one.
Why is it Pong?
Olga's asking what is Pong.
It was a video game form of tennis. Do you understand?
I'm too young for that.
Two white paddles
that went back and forth.
Moved them up and down. They went up and down.
And the ball would
and
go
you
back
saw
and
this
forth.
ball go across and go boink, boink.
And you found that entertaining.
It was the
It
very
was for
first
back in the
video
70s.
Yes,
game.
yes.
It was the first video game.
Yep. Pixelated tennis. There you go.
That's what it was.
Yep.
Oh, Rob Page shooting games. And he gets generous with quick shooting up.
My goodness.
I liked games like Zelda and the Super Nintendo had Jeopardy.
I remember playing Zelda.
I love Zelda. I love Jeopardy. I love that kind of stuff. That was fun for me.
Yeah.
Now the one I like a lot is called Fallout. You like what?
I like quiz games. Like Fallout. Where you have to, like Final Fantasy's the bomb.com. But you have to complete this before you can go to the next section. You have to.
Right.
Hello, Greeny D. Thank you so much for rating us, Greeny D. We truly appreciate it. This is for our Greeny D.
Hello, Granny D. I'm sorry I missed your live today, but I have our great grandson here with us, so I'm trying to soak up all the time that I can while he's here.
It was a lot of fun. I loved video games. They were very interesting. So I do enjoy watching people play them.
Right. Well, like I said, I love watching and listening and seeing what all you have to do. Like he was doing something earlier with Minecraft.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, Warren has played that ever since it came out.
Oh, yes.
But I kind of just sat back and let him tell me what all the guy was supposed to be doing and why he was jumping from here to here. And yeah, so I just let him educate me.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
So our title for today is Have You Graduated?
And I bet you're trying to figure out why I picked it.
Yes. Hello, Beth.
Hello, Beth. A game called Journey. I can't remember what system it was for. I have no idea.
Sega. Is that Sega?
I have no idea.
But I think it's Sega. Oh, yes. He'll remember those moments, Pimba. You're correct. So now Maureen needs to tell us what we've graduated from.
Okay. So sitting there at my great-grandson graduation this morning, they sang a little song about learning their ABCs and the sounds that they make so that they can learn to read. And I was thinking, we as crocheters, knitters, loomers, it doesn't matter what kind of hobby it is that you like to do, but I am going to pick crochet. So we always start out with the basic stitches. How much more, though, do we push ourselves to learn? Do we stay as a beginner? Or do we push ourselves to graduate to the next stage? Learning other stitches, learning how to read a pattern, learning how to read a chart, maybe even venturing out to create our own garment. Hello, Darcia. How are you, sweetheart?
Hey, Darcy.
So I just wondered, how many of us become so comfortable with what we already know in our craft that we don't graduate, that we don't push our boundaries and learn something new, maybe even just a new stitch. Journey, PlayStation 3, had to ask my son.
I get it. Now, I do like to work with different stitches.
Go ahead, Sherry.
I did graduate and make myself a sweater.
Yes, you did.
Using a stitch I never used. So,
I think I graduated. Show you something.
I do try to learn different stitches in different patterns because I get bored with your basics.
Right.
I get very bored.
Right. And even if it's just a combination of the three basics, let's graduate into something a little more difficult, a little more challenging. Michelle said, I find something I want to do and learn the stitches as I go. I have need pushing to learn for the last 8 years or so. That's good. There you go, Julie. She's graduated in learning how to do basic Tunisian crochet. Isn't that awesome? Olga.
I learned to make slippers.
Yes, she did. Y'all have to see this. Isn't that wonderful?
They're adorable.
Those are awesome.
They are. Panda said,
and it didn't even take me long. I think.
How long did it take you, Olga?
I think about an hour and a half to make both.
For one or for the pair?
Both.
Both?
For the pair.
Okay.
Yeah, that was for the pair.
Okay. Beth says, I sometimes will pick something I've never done. I usually have to ask someone to help. I will ask Froggy. That's awesome.
That's true.
That's what's great about our community is that if we run across a stitch, we can either look it up on YouTube or there's always someone that we can call, text, message. to kind of get an idea of what in the world we're supposed to do. Panda said, I spent a week trying to learn the arrow lace stitch, finally got a handle on it, and attempting my first pattern. Fingers crossed. That's great, Panda.
You can do it, Panda. I'm actually looking for a picture.
There you go, Heidi. She says, in crochet, I have pushed myself to learn advanced and expert stitches. Whoops. Get back up here.
Nice.
Recently, I put together simple stitch combos to make wearables. That's awesome, sweetheart. You got a flatbed knitting machine and you're working on learning stitches on that so that you can make wearables and blankets. How awesome. Hello, my little Carrie. How are you doing, sweetheart? I'm so happy you're here.
Hey, Carrie. Did you get any rest?
I hope so.
She was really tired.
Mm-hmm.
Bless her heart.
But yeah, I just think it's important for us to, if nothing else, keep this craft that we really do enjoy exciting and something that we always want to pick up, continue with, and that is by learning something new.
Yes.
In my bookworm blanket, I am working on the last panel before I get to the middle centerpiece, and I learned a new stitch. It's called the tread stitch.
Nice.
And looking at the pattern, I don't know why it's called the tread stitch, but I mean, you know, that's okay. But I learned a new stitch. And I was like, oh my goodness, I've never seen this stitch before. I even had to go out and pull up my book, see if I could find the stitch. And lo and behold, it is in my 500 crochet stitch book. I can't remember what they called it, but they didn't call it the tread stitch. But there it is in all its glory on its little picture, you know. But I love it. I can already see it if I use like a fingering or 2-weight yarn and using a much bigger hook, making a very pretty lacy shawl with it. I mean, it's a really nice stitch. Well, thank you, Julie. You go ahead and switch us on over to the TV.
Yeah.
Oh, Panda, you better go talk to that mama.
Absolutely.
So what are some new stitches you made recently? Put you on the spot, didn't I?
When I did the Sophie, I did learn a ton of new
stitches. Yes. Yes, I did too.
That was a lot. That was I have a pattern, a picture I'm trying to find, and it's taken me a minute.
Hello, Pamela. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. She says, I crocheted a coat and I got a good self-taught. I struggle with loneliness and I admire y'all. Oh, sweetheart. Well, we appreciate you being here.
Wow. Thank you.
You are more than welcome to join us every time we pop up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's nothing wrong with being self-taught. I mean, all of us at some point have had to teach ourselves how to do it. You know,
I'm self-taught when it comes to knitting.
Excuse me.
So that feels, you know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being self-taught.
Oh, no,
No. Trying to find that photo. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being.
My great-grandmother started to teach me.
Yep.
And then she passed away, so I ended up teaching myself through
There you go.
learning to crochet through books, patterns, written patterns, and just learning the stitches through that way.
That's right.
You know, even you know, overcoming roadblocks, you know, in our path, you know, that's graduating into something else. You know, I needed validation that I could still crochet well with my visual impairment.
Right.
And overcoming that roadblock last year was amazing to me. So I feel that I have graduated in my crochet journey, you know. Graduating in my crochet journey and starting to teach people was an amazing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Graduating in my knitting journey and teaching people to knit was amazing.
Right.
It's wonderful to be able to reach those milestones and graduate to the next step.
That's right.
That's wonderful, Heidi. You can send me pics. Yeah, Beth. Send them in
That'd be
Messenger.
awesome. I feel like every time we learn something new, especially in our craft, whether it's through a book, through a YouTube, through just sharing, when we get in groups and we just talk with one another, that's another little help or item that we have in our toolbox that we can use whenever we want to build something pretty.
Oh, Pam, I'm so sorry. My son in 2020.
Yes.
And my daughter in 22.
Yep. So let me tell you, you need it. You do need it.
Yes.
It really helps to have that.
That's right, it does.
Relax you, to help calm you. It's wonderful. I am getting incoming photos.
Woohoo! Olga, what are you using to share?
That's awesome. So this is very beautiful.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to say that I used to think crocheting was only granny squares and granny squares and granny squares.
Right. It's granny squares.
And then
granny squares.
when you start doing other things, you actually realize that there's more to the craft and more to the beauty than just the granny square. And even a granny square can be pretty.
Yes.
I love what she used to connect the squares.
Isn't that pretty? I like that so much better than just a crochet stitch or
I love that.
The blanket stitch. That's very, very pretty.
That's very pretty. Beautiful job, Beth.
I saw a top. Yes. I saw a top that was made in the granny squares that was connected with that.
I like
that.
And yes, Pamela.
Very beautiful.
Yeah.
Hello, Mama Gwen. How are you, sweetheart?
Pamela, I am Froggywentaknitting@gmail.com.
There you go.
Pamela, believe me, I was there too.
I believe that crochet or knitting or really any craft, it can be painting, drawing, coloring, just anything that gives us calm and peace that, heals our soul, so to speak, is wonderful. I know we talk a lot about crocheting and knitting, but there's so many other crafts out there. Woodworking, knife carving, leatherwork, stained glass.
Yeah, there's so many crafts that you can do that let you be creative. No, it didn't come through, Beth. The first one didn't come through. There's so many crafts that you can do to have the creative outlet, a way to express yourself, a way to let your feelings out. It's a wonderful thing to do.
Yes, it is. It really, really is.
It is. I think I'd go crazy if I didn't have it.
Well, and like I said, especially if you allow yourself the opportunity to continue to grow in whatever that craft is. Yes, Julie, weaving, latch hook, macrame, needlepoint.
There's so many things that you could do.
Yep.
I mean,
I came close to getting rid of all my yarn and hooks, and I was at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it is. I have the call map. I mean, I can't say enough about the yarn. Do I have a yarn addiction? Probably.
I know I do. Spinning, exactly.
It makes me happy and it keeps me happy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Your
Oh,
mom
Mama
can
Gwen.
sit for hours and do latch hook rugs. Big, huge latch hook. Yes.
You know,
My
that's
Yeah.
mother
one
did hook.
I love watching it, but it's not something that I,
That, Pamela.
I don't want to say that I didn't have an interest in. Like I said, there's a lot of things I love to watch, but it's not something
Yeah.
I want to do. Like I love watching someone blow glass.
It's beautiful.
It is just so beautiful how they blow it and turn it, just like with pottery. Oh my goodness,
Yes.
I love that, but I don't want to do it.
I don't think I would want to do it. I'd be too afraid of burning myself,
Mm-hmm.
but I find it incredible.
Right.
My husband has told me I must stop collecting crafts
Oh,
because
God.
I crochet, so everything that comes with crochet. I do
Right.
coloring in, so everything that comes with coloring in. Diamond art, everything that comes with diamond art.
Yes.
Then I also do paint by numbers, so everything that comes with that too. So,
Right.
and
Yes.
I like to do arts and crafts and things like that. So my husband's like, stop.
Ah, this is a
Ah,
close up of the join. That Facebook, that join that Beth sent. This is a close up of the join.
oh, that
That's
is so pretty.
Nice.
I like it. Now,
It's
I
very
do
pretty.
too.
I'm gonna find a use for that.
Hello, Mima Dawn. How are you, sweetheart?
Hey,
And Pamela
God.
says, if you have more than 5 or 6, 7 skeins of yarn, you're an addict. I don't even think it takes that many, sweetie.
Hi, my name's Olga and I'm a yarn addict.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out how many zeros to add to the end of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whether it's
Yeah.
3 zeros or 4 zeros.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mhm.
mine's getting up there because of people. I'm not mentioning names. But my yarn stash is getting there, and I'm thinking I don't have enough yarn to do
Not
things.
mentioning
But believe
names.
you me, it's getting there.
I'm
No,
not.
I'm
I'm
not
not
mentioning names.
I'm not saying the word.
Yeah, hide your face, hide it.
I have 2 rooms of yarn now.
I'm not
Yeah,
an
I'm an
addict.
You're not an
I'm
addict?
just a collector. I'm a
Oh, okay.
collector.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know,
Of
yarn
fine
deserves to come
things.
home. It does. You crochet to keep from getting bored and falling asleep. I crochet to keep insane, keep saying.
Yes. I crochet to
Well,
keep my
you
mind
guys,
active, honestly.
Yeah, I'm
got a little
I'm having
my
to let go
personal
of.
nana, but I do it because
Hey, Matt,
of what?
I'm
Hello,
having to let
Matt,
go
sweetie.
of the paper stuff. My husband said I had to let go of something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never let go of my yarn and hooks and things. So I have to let go of the paper journaling instead. The paper planning and journaling. I'm gonna have to do all that on my iPad.
Ah.
Yeah, so I got a bunch of stuff I gotta sell off.
Mm.
I love.
Mama Gwen says, I have many crafts I've learned about and I've tried teaching my grandkids. That is a wonderful thing to do, Gwen. That really is.
Me too, Jules. Me too, Jules. Trying
Uh,
to stay in place among my yarn.
Elizabeth says, yes, I do art, journal, mixed media, and you can use anything for that. Magazine pages, tags from clothes, napkins, just about anything. And I have to find places to store it. And then her yarn as well.
Hey, I did buy the yarn today.
Oh, Mama Gwen, I was just blessed with a box of yarn that had 16 skeins, a big twist in it. I'm so tickled pink, I feel like I want to give away. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I have 2 rooms, Pamela. I have this one and another one. The other one has more yarn. Yeah, I'm super jealous of the big twist. Let me just say.
Pamela says, I don't have quite 2 rooms, but I'm working on it. Yep.
What, Sherry?
I said I have this room and then part of an attic.
And part of an attic.
I have the back bedroom and I have this room.
I have my yarn that I travel.
You know when you get that group of people where you get the weirdo, you get the whatever you get. I'm the normal one. I'm the one that doesn't have a lot of yarn, guys. From this whole group, I'm the normal one that hasn't have a lot of yarn.
I'm the weirdo. I admit it.
Well, we are working on getting Olga to the I'm a yarn hoarder. Yeah,
yes.
We're working on getting her to that point.
It won't be a hoarder problem because as far as it's coming in, I'm getting more projects in my head to get it out.
Mm-hmm.
You have a whole bedroom, but your youngest daughter moved back in. I'm so sorry. You only have a couple plastic totes.
Oh, Matt. Oh,
I'm sorry, Matt.
Well, thank you, Pamela. I appreciate that.
That's what I had when I met
greedy.
my husband.
Yeah, when I met Joey, I had a couple plastic totes. I now have.
That's all I had.
I have over 50.
Oh, goodness.
And that's not including this room.
See, normal.
No,
I don't know how much. I have like 10 totes upstairs.
He told me there was more than 50 back there. Hey, Dawn, I'll give you the address.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Heidi's asking Matt, could it be that you only have 2 totes because the yarn you find is pricey?
Okay, Michelle, you make sure you stay in safe place.
I'm not saying a word.
Michelle has a tornado watch, so keep her in your prayers.
Yes.
I'm not saying nothing about no bougie yarn.
No, please, I don't have bougie yarn. But I must admit, I've said before in the live, and I'm going to say it again, you people in America have got nice yarn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a hoarder. I'm not a snob. But I do have a few totes of nothing but bougie yarn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Heidi. Her 12 by 12 laundry room has turned into her yarn room, and now I ran out of room. I need a different shelving system.
You have it all over you.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not. It's all in the back. Most of it's in the back room.
Right.
I have a bag of hand-dyed in here, and then 3, maybe 4 totes of hand-dyed in the back.
Pamela, have you subscribed to me? Because if you have subscribed to me, you're my 150th subscriber.
Woo!
Yeah, well, all the links were in the description box.
Yes.
Letting you know. Even yours, Olga. Bougie yarn is...
I can't see.
Bougie yarn is yarn that you're going to pay like $20 to $50 a skein or hank.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you find it on sale, it could be $10. I found deals.
I've seen it on sale for that.
But it's, let's see, merino, camel, silk, push it out there, Jen.
Vacuna,
Yeah.
That kind of
Heidi wants
that kind
to
of
know
stuff
what
is
kind. Okay, sorry, I was a little bit behind there for a minute. What
Do
classifies as bougie yarn? Anything
do I
that I have to
Oh,
pay full
me
price for.
Maureen.
Yeah, I would think Stanley would classify as bougie.
I do too.
Yeah.
Do I have
I
bougie?
mean,
Yeah,
What is Stanley?
it's a brand.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's a
Okay.
it's a
brand.
brand.
See, South African over here, we don't
Same
know.
thing you would, Gwen. Same thing you would with your acrylics.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I make all kinds of stuff. It doesn't. I made amigurumis. I made sweaters. I made socks. Make anything you
Now,
want.
I won't make amigurumi or socks with my bougie yarn. I won't do that. No.
I might do socks. I won't do amigurumi.
I have with my scraps from my socks.
Because
Dawn already put a
I think
sentence.
Makes me laugh.
Look at there. What you working on there, sweetie?
I think camel on my feet would feel really well
Yeah,
in the
but I
wintertime.
still
I love
But I'd
cashmere.
still slip my feet in slippers.
right.
I do too.
You did, but see, that's bougie yarn.
Yes.
Yeah.
To me, that is definitely bougie yarn. If you buy hand dyed for some, from someone, oh my goodness, yes, that's most definitely bougie yarn, because you're getting something that's not out there to the general public.
Now I've worn cashmere socks. I have cashmere socks. Camel's very soft.
Very, very soft.
And see, that's another way
I've
we
only worked
graduated.
with acrylic.
No, acrylic is nowhere near as soft.
I am burning to work with someone. I don't know where you are in my, because it always changes. But someone sent me some very nice cotton, which I'm dying to work with, because I've only ever worked with acrylic. So can't wait.
Yeah, I would use something else for the bottom, but no, I don't think she needs to. I think she needs to run a nylon thread with it, though.
That wouldn't be bad.
That's awesome, Beth.
Yes. And I wanted to say howdy to my Gypsy. How are you doing today, sweetheart? Thank you for joining us today.
Cashmere to me is the softest stuff I've ever found. I have Angora. I have all of them. I have Angora. I have cashmere. I have vicuna. I have Kiviute. Vicuna feels like cashmere. It's like a cloud.
Right.
Very nice. There you go, Matt.
Yeah.
And I do like Malabrigo. It's really nice for making like sweaters out of and stuff. I like Chandy's yarn.
Oh yes, again to me,
she's very well priced.
Yes, very much in line with what everybody else. Yes, most definitely.
Some of my more expensive ones would be like hedgehog fibers. That's a more expensive one.
Right.
The most expensive one I have is the vicuna.
I thought it was the Kiviute.
Vicuna costs more than Kiviute.
Oh, really?
Vicuna, they harvest only every other year.
Right.
The vicuna is the most expensive yarn in the world. I loves it.
Yes.
I keep it all covered up. It comes in its own bag.
I've never even heard of it.
That's an animal.
Right.
Oh,
A
wow.
vicuna is an animal. Love that out of yak. Nice.
Yes.
That would be warm.
Oh, that would.
I've had yak.
Yep.
Yep, had yak. I actually had yak dyed red. Don't ask me why I bought red. I don't know. I just
Oh
did.
my goodness, Mama.
Yes,
And that
Camel
is
is
expensive.
$200 for 25 grams. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well, you can get camel cheaper than that.
This is camel and silk. And at the time that it was bought, it was like $18 to $25, and it was a two-weight, but it was a gift, so I don't know exactly.
You can get camel cheaper than that.
Right.
A lot cheaper than that.
Candies. This was
Like
Expression
$20.
Fiber Arts.
You
Right.
can get camel for about $20 a hank. It's a lot cheaper than that.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you're looking is
Hi,
expensive.
Pamela says it's Malabrego easy to work with. I've never tried that either. I'm starting to feel like I may not even qualify as an addict. I'm also the same. I've never heard of all this stuff yet either.
Yeah,
I'll just
Malabrigo
sit
is
in my corner and pretend.
Yeah, Malabrigo is extremely easy to work with.
Oh, yes, it is.
Mhm.
I love it.
Yeah.
I have a sweater's worth of Angora.
Yes, I remember that too, Beth. Ben Franklin's.
I loved Ben Franklin. That's one of my
Yes.
favorite shops. But I have a sweater's worth of Angora in pale pink and pale mint. Sweater's worth. Nice. It was a gift.
Nice.
It was given to me. I
Right.
didn't buy that. That I didn't buy. But that was a gift to me from a very nice lady who everybody knows, and I'm not telling you who.
Well, like I said, whether it's a new stitch you
One and one makes two.
1 and 1 makes 2. I
was
haven't
not-
worked with Malabrigo either, Heidi says. Think Matt needs to gift us all some. Hello,
I have,
Laura. Sweetie.
Hello, Laura.
I have a sweater's worth in the color Pines of Malabrigo. I love that color. It's beautiful green.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have my bat sweater on again. I'm wearing a tank top.
Now, where did we find the Malabrigo on a local? Was it Kirshner's or Mary Maxim?
Premier is selling
Yeah.
Malabrigo now.
Right. Right now they are. Yes.
Yes, and use my link. I have a Premier
and you can
affiliate.
use Froggy's
Premier.
link.
Premier.
Yes, Premier sells Malabrigo now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, really, Michelle? She says it's very nice to spin.
Yeah, Malabrigo
They
is
have-
really nice. It's kettle dye.
Mm-hmm.
It's kettle
Yes.
dye. It's beautiful. Juniper Moon is nice.
Yes.
Mhm.
I've never had any juniper moon.
It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Me neither. I'm just sitting
The
here.
Hearthstone Fiber is not far from me. It's in North Carolina, but not far from me.
Right.
Okay.
I like Yarnable.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
like their yarn. I'm kind of picky about the base that people use. So I like the Malabrigo base. I like Yarnable's base. I like Hearts on Fiber's base. So I'm kind of picky of what base they use to dye.
Right.
Yep. I've always been
Just
fond
for yarn,
of.
Heidi.
No.
I know.
Oh, Beth, that's awful,
No.
isn't it?
No, Malabrigo is not expensive.
No, And if you watch, you can catch it, on sale.
What weight do you want, Pam? Pam, tell me what weight you want. And I will find it for you.
How
Do
sweet.
you want 4-weight, DK weight, fingering weight?
Fingering weight. Bulky.
I'm asking what weight she wants.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have some beautiful Malabrigo.
Right.
I think it's actually a good one to start out with. Oh, are they really? Queensland is
I would
like.
love to try
Queensland is
Queensland.
very nice.
I like Queensland more than Juniper
I
Moon.
want to try that.
Mm-hmm.
That I will say. I do like Queensland more. I like their colors as well.
Right.
It's very nice. It's very, very nice. But I mean, I'll go get you a link to Malabrigo if you tell me what you want, and I'll get you a good link.
Mm-hmm.
I'll find you a good price.
The very first poncho that I made for myself, my mother-in-law bought me some Queensland yarn, and I was so nervous working with it because I didn't want to mess it up. You know what I mean? It took me forever to make that poncho because I was very careful with my stitches. And whenever I went to, if I had to rip anything out, I was like, oh, I'm stretching the yarn. Oh, no.
You like to wear, oh, wait. Okay, hang on.
I'm working with some Ella Ray Sun Kiss cotton right now. It's super soft. Julie likes the Malabrigo.
Yes. Malabrigo is just nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just checking
some cotton right now. It's the Eddie Bauer stuff, the adventure cotton from when it was at Joann's.
Yeah.
When we were in Florida.
Right.
It's very soft, very splitty.
Oh.
But I like the softness, so I'll deal with the splittiness.
Split. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the way I feel with cotton. If I want it out of that particular color or brand, if it splits, that's okay. I'm just going to work around it. I mean, and especially if I've used it before and I know how it's going to work up and wash up later. Yeah. Because I find that most cotton, unless it's blended with something else or you spend a lot of money on the cotton, it's going to have a tendency to split. It just is.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 100% organic cotton.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's very, very soft. I really like how it feels in my hand. I just have to go a lot slower than I normally.
Right. Oh, I love Rios, Matt. Oh my word, do I love it.
I love Rios. I love Rios. Rios is $17 a hank. And the one I just pulled up is 16. And this is called Washed. And this is from Lovecrafts. This is $16.
Well, that's not bad. For how much? How many yards?
200.
200? That's not bad. Not from Malabrigo.
No. It's real good for Malabrigo. Makita. Or Makita.
I do like Makita.
If I could get my words out right.
I like the fingering ring.
It's very pretty.
A very good friend of ours got me the for Christmas. Can't remember.
Oh, that's awesome, Pamela.
Yes. You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Matt? What was the name of the shop you guys went to last summer in Florida?
4 Pearls.
4 Pearls. There you go, Pamela. Write that down. 4 Pearls. I don't know where you're going in Florida, but that was just outside of Kissimmee, which is a little bit south of Orlando.
Yeah, we went to for the 4 Pearls. Yep.
Everybody came back with some beautiful yarn.
Yes.
You and me, Beth. You and me both. That's why I said to me, bougie yarn is any yarn I have to pay full price for.
Well, when you go to Lovecrafts and you look at it, you can find a better price as well. Like for me, I'm gonna pay $10.99, and I'm gonna get the silk merino, which is a DK weight.
Mm-hmm.
That's the price for a silk merino.
Right.
You can go through all of these, and you can find many other ones for a better price. Now, I'm not going to buy a lace weight by any means, but you can find a different weight of it with a lot more yardage,
Right.
like 300 yards or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, the cash merino is a good price because it's just under $20. And merino, cashmere and wool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd go for that.
I would too.
That's just me.
But then, other than my acrylics and my cottons and my superwash merinos, I have to have a specific project in mind if
Yes,
I'm going
Beth.
to go outside of those yarns. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I really do.
Beth, I got the same Pound of Love for $8.99 over at Berry Maxim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pound of Love, that's the same price over at Berry Maxim.
And if you
Go ahead,
and
Sherry.
Webs, if you search for their website, Webs, you can find yarns on sale.
Oh, yes.
A lot on their clearance.
Oh, I look all the time. And if
you're close enough, you can stop by them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I look for stuff all the time. Maureen, check your messages from Michelle. I check yarn prices all the time. How do you think I get good deals?
Yeah.
They have a sister store, Pamela. So I don't know which one's going to be closer to you, whether it's Four Pearls or their sister store. Yes, Ollie's has yarn.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, mine always.
Mine, if you walk in, I wouldn't buy any of it.
It just depends on what they have. Mine always has blanket yarn lately.
And ours is somebody goes through and destroys it. So
there you go, Pamela. I don't know who that lady is down there with the funky looking colored hair, but that's the name of the shop that they went to last summer in Florida.
That's Michelle. Yep, there's Froggy.
Oh goodness! Just had to do that.
I noticed you conveniently left out the one with your picture in it.
Yeah, and mine.
Oh goodness! Yes, Beth. Oh, you lucky duck, you! Oh my goodness!
Yeah, mine has yarn. It just never is the yarn I want.
Right.
Yarn. I have 2 totes filled with blanket yarn. I don't need any blanket yarn.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
And 1 or 2 weeks ago when I went to check out the Joann's here in Arlington, Texas, they have quite a bit. I'm going to say at least 30% of the yarn they have there is the blanket yarn, which I'm not interested in. I don't use it, but they do have a lot of the other yarn as well.
I never heard of that, Beth.
Me neither. Michael's a lot of it you pick up regular that they ship from a warehouse.
Yeah.
Well, they can ship to store. That's weird.
Yeah.
That really is. Huh.
Well, I don't purchase from my Michaels because it doesn't have hardly any yarn. Yeah. And then they close my
shopped at my Michaels.
I haven't been in my Michaels in a long time.
Right.
So, yeah. My Joann's was a dream.
They constantly have the U-boats and everything right in the yarn aisle, so you can't get to it anyway.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's one aisle of yarn, and that's it.
I got so ticked off.
And that's where they put that ladder.
And pushed the U-boat in front of their doors.
That's where they put that ladder thing that you climb at the wheels.
You know what No, it's a U-boat. They put packages on it to take them to the aisles.
Yeah.
I got ticked off and pushed it in front of their door so they couldn't get out.
Yeah, mine puts the ladder in over there in the yarn aisle where you can't get through, and I'm like, are you serious? Yeah, mine has yarn though. Yeah, check it out, Pamela. Yeah.
Well, I haven't checked out a Michael since I've been here, but I was very happy to see that they still had a Joann's here, which is evidently one of the few in the area that's the clearinghouse, you know, for all the other ones that they're shutting down. And their yarn starting this past Wednesday went down to 60% off. So I am definitely going in and loading up.
Yeah. I need that ivory and the
Yes,
black.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's why I asked you what you needed.
Ah, man. You're going to get there and they ain't going to have that. I'm just saying.
Oh, honey. As much yarn as there was on those shelves, even at 50% off, I don't have any doubt that there will still be plenty of yarn.
Yeah, you have a point, Michelle. You have a point. Really?
Oh, Pamela, that's awful.
That's awful.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Well, most of the Dollar Trees I've been to lately, of course, now they've been in small towns, have not had, I mean, their little arts and crafts section, you know, has been like maybe one side of one aisle and no yarn whatsoever. Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I have no business buying yarn. Not after the boxes that have been in my house.
Oh no.
I'm teasing. All he says is, I don't know where you're gonna put that.
Well, that's what my husband says too, but I'm like, we'll find a place.
And I'll find a place.
I'll find a place.
There's always a space.
There's always a space.
Sure
I'm enjoying it. No, don't you send no more pictures, Michelle.
I don't think Sherry will like that one.
Show it. You showed me.
Oh, dokie. Oh, my heavens. Y'all are bad.
Oh, really, Janice? That's wonderful.
There you go.
Oh. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. I dropped that for you.
Okay, now we've had Sherry.
No, I was doing something else. You're welcome.
Yes, Janice, I love the yarn I can get at Dollar Tree, the Premier. I'm not crazy about chenille, but
I like the just yard for a bit.
Especially if I can get the tweed in the acrylic, because most of the time that's just enough to work with, you know, when you're doing amigurumis. So
it is. It's fantastic. I mean, it's not exactly like I'm an affiliate or anything.
Oh no,
I like their yarn. I
Yes.
do. I like it. Now I tell you the truth about it. If I don't like it, I'm going to tell you I don't like it. Even though I'm an affiliate. But I do like it. If you buy from Premier, please use my affiliate link. It helps.
I just want to say, folks, that the next time you pull up a pattern or you pull up a project that you're working on, I want you to stop and look at it just a moment to see how far you have come from when you first learned to crochet. Because, like I said, every time we learn something new, whether it's a different way to hold the yarn or an extra loop to make the stitch look just a little bit different, you are graduating. You are expanding your knowledge. And I hope that you will continue to do that in this craft that we all love. I want to say thank you all so much for being here with us this evening. You really have made this a very enjoyable live. You really, truly have. And so we're going to start around the circle. And with Sherry, we'll let you start us off.
Smile. Make them wonder what you're up to.
And Froggy?
And we're going to say stay safe, be kind to one another, and don't forget to catch TFF over on my channel on Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern. And happy yarning. And Olga?
I've got a saying. Keep hooking, stay weird, and be blessed.
Awesome. And let me remind each and every one of you that you are loved. We appreciate your time. Please remember to be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. Could be your light, your special light that they're needing to see. We love you all, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Love you guys. Bye now.